Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a little bit of a different type of video than I normally record. And that's because I'm upset about something. I've been playing a decent amount of Smite. I have a lot of hours on it. As you can see here, I have 700 hours on Smite. Don't get me wrong, people have more than me. But the issue I'm seeing, and it's very prominent, if people have the slightest inconvenience, they just entirely give up. I don't know if this is a Smite issue, because I don't play many other MOBAs. I've played a little bit of League, but this is mainly prominent in Smite. Now, I am going to show some examples of people just giving up. Now, some of these are valid, but the main thing I'm focusing on here is people giving up for no reason. Like, this needs to be fixed. So in this game, as you can see, so right here, 9 minutes, the Danza had DC'd. Like, I don't get it. Why do people DC in these type of games? I don't know. If it's internet issues, whatever. But I've noticed a lot, people tend to DC and Smite a lot of the time. I don't know if it's my ELO hell that I'm in, but this is a very prominent issue. I'd say, at least recently, 50% of the games that I'm in have a DCer. My team or their team. That's not okay. It should be maybe 10% of the time. Maybe I'm just cherry picking, whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm remembering the bad parts. But I'm noticing that people tend to DC a lot in this game. It's just casual, don't get me wrong, so it's not annoying that much. But games should not last 10 minutes. As you can see here, we wipe the team, or we kill either Yamoja, and then at the second this hits 10 minutes, let me skip ahead, boom, just DC,
No
they
way.
just FF.
Wow, shocker. They F.
So 15 minutes in, they have a DC. They have a DC. Second game in a row that I've played this stream, and we've had a DC.
There we go.
Like, what is the reason for this? Why do people find the need to just leave the game? So that game ends, you know, because they had a DC. Final game of the stream.
I do think we might want to FF.
And I decide to want to FF the game because we're not winning. Could we have won this? Probably. I guess I'm part of the issue as well. But at the same time, I choose not to FF a lot of my games. Like, most of the time, if people are being mega toxic, I will decide to just straight up keep them in. Because it's like, dude, just play out the game. Let's go to the other stream. Time to suck at Smite. So, first game on. I'm playing with my two friends, Lexi and Chaos. Like my main duo that I play with on this game. The second it hits 10 minutes, FF.
Oh, I see him.
And boom, FF it was most likely put up.
I missed.
Boom.
Oh, why? I got 2 items.
Like my friend just said there, he got
Dog,
2
it's
items
10
that
minutes,
game.
what?
Like, why? What are we doing here? Why do people decide they want to leave?
Why?
I'm pretty sure this is another 10-minute game. If not, it's a very quick game, because I'm pretty sure they FF. Just gonna watch this out.
Yep, Equinox is balanced. Yep, Equinox is balanced.
This was in the Equinox meta. It got patched out, luckily, but it's still pretty strong. Boom.
Alright.
Dude,
The same
again?
exact time again.
This is
10
the
minutes and
second
8
game,
seconds.
bro. It's been so
Pretty
fucking
sure this
annoying
is
to deal with.
this is a normal game. Look at that. An actual normal game. So it looks like I get one normal game per stream. Like, this is a long-ass game.
Oh my god, dude. No.
I don't remember how it ends, because it was like a minute ago.
Oh, my battle pass.
Ah, we lost. And that's okay. My question is to people. Why is it that when we play Smite, we just decide to give up? Let's take a look at my most recent games. The game should not end here in 12 minutes. Like, I should have 2 items and the game should be ending. It's just not what should be happening. I don't know if anyone else has been having this issue. And also something I've noticed is that people hate new players in this game. I'm playing with someone who's particularly new to the game, which is fine. If you're new to Smite, that's fine. People need to accept that people are not going to be as good as them in this game. And if they don't accept that, this game is going to die. The game that you love is going to start bleeding players. People are going to get bored of it. I myself has taken breaks from Smite. It is not my most played game on Steam. My most played game on Steam is Dead by Daylight. This game doesn't have a DC issue. This game also doesn't have as harsh penalties for leaving the game as Smite does. So what is the issue with Smite? Is it because it's competitive? Maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't get it. And I can't argue for it's competitive because I also play Valorant. No one FFs in that game. People take that game extremely seriously. Is it because I don't play ranked? Is it like I play ranked, but in my ranked games, I feel like I'm having the same issue. People just give up. I need to know why people give up. Like I've said in one of the VODs, I just want to play the game. It is not fun to have people just FF at 10 because you have to wait in queue again. You have to pick your god again. Maybe someone dodges that god select. Get in queue again. Pick your god again. Wait like the 2 minutes that you have to before the game starts. Then you can finally play the game. It's the same issue that one of my friends talked about a while ago with Battle Royales. It's loot, it's drop in, wait to get to your spot, drop off the battle bus. Like if you're playing Fortnite, jump off the battle bus, and then land, collect loot, and then if you die off rip, go again. It's the same issue, but people don't talk about it. I need to know why people are not seeing this issue. Is it just me? Am I the only one noticing this? Because as you saw in my streams, people DC all the time. People FF at 10 for no reason. They're losing early game, and that's fine. You can bring it back late game. It doesn't matter. Like it annoys me to no end when it happens. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why on earth is this happening? I know I sound like a broken record right now. But how can we improve this? Either increase the DC penalty, make it to where FFs can happen later, but keep it the same for DCs because no one wants to play with the DC. That's not fun. That's a separate issue. Make people have to FF later in the game. Because you don't know if you're going to win or lose by 10? By 10 minutes? 10 minutes, nothing has been decided yet. Sure, you may have lost to tier 1. You can bring it back. Some gods are late game. If you have a Mercury and they have like a Thanatos, yeah, your Mercury is probably going to get dogged on. Or if you have like a Kali and they have an early game champ like a Wheelix. A Wheelix is pretty strong early game. your jungle's gonna get dogged on, and that's okay. But the bigger issue is that people just don't like getting dogged on, even when they're playing these early game champs. They're playing these squishy champs with no get out of jail free card, like a dash or a jump or something like that, and they just play out of position, so they accidentally feed, which is less fine. But again, it's fine. You just need to learn to play your position better. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the greatest at Smite, but I have some pretty good credit for me playing. I play a pretty nasty support. My friends can attest. As you can see here, this is the scoreboard for the game. I can't really zoom out, but that's okay. But here's my team. Here's that, and then here's the other team. As you can see, I did extremely, extremely, extremely well this game. I know how to play the game pretty well as a support, but people just give up, and it makes me upset. Like, absurdly upset when people just want to give up. Because once people decide that the game is unwinnable in their mind, they make it unwinnable for the whole team. It really boils down to people's mentals being in the gutter. And I don't know if it's because they're playing too much of this game or if they expect too much of their randos. If you want to have a good team, don't solo queue. Don't duo queue. Don't triple queue. You can quad queue because then you have to deal with one rando. But if you bully that rando, you're kind of weird. Like, if you don't want to rely on your randoms, stack. It's that easy. If you're good solo queue and then you complain about randoms, like, especially to them, if you complain about randoms to their face, you're kind of just a big problem in the community. I don't like you if you do that. And you are also someone who pisses me off. I'm not asking for a big change in people's hearts. I'm asking that you do not give up at 10 minutes. Just wait a little bit longer to give up. It's not that hard to play the game out. It's a big issue in at least the Smite community. And it impacts a lot of new players' games, and they, in my eyes, if they can only play for 10 minutes at a time, it's going to get boring that they don't get to play late game. No one just wants to build 2 items, then have either team just give up. Either whether it's your team or the enemy team, it kind of becomes stale. And I don't know why people do it in this game. I've played League a decent amount, like I've said, and I didn't see this issue. Sure, people give up, but not as frequently. People like to play it out in League. And I've not played Dota, like, at all, so I can't speak towards that. If there's any Dota players watching, how is your fan base? Like, do they give up easily? Do they play it out? Like, I don't understand. I think, in conclusion, people need to realize that losing is okay. And losing a long game can be exhilarating and fun. But at the same time, we don't need to bring people down to raise ourselves above others. It comes down to, if you're not having fun, it's kind of just, why are you playing the game? If people find they need to DC so often, or, FF the game so often, why do we insist on playing this game? If you don't like it, then stop playing it. Take a break even. Come back to it later. The game will be here for you, as long as we preserve it. In the end, people will be at each other's throats, being like, I want to give up, and you don't. we have to just realize that people want to play the game differently. If you want to be upset with them in your own headspace. You bringing everybody down with you is not going to improve the game. I'm a big advocate for do not talk shit to your teammates to their face. If you want to maul to yourself, that's fine, because you're mauling to yourself. You're the only one that's getting upset. If you bring that into the game, you're not helping anybody. You're just hurting people. That's my opinion on everything. I would love to hear yours in the comments. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I can't think of anything more to say. I will catch y'all in the next one. It will not be like this, I promise. Y'all have a good rest of your day. Peace out.